It's a special season in Stillwater. I'm Barry Trammell along with OSU writer Kyle Fredrickson. We're here in the Oklahoman studios in Oklahoma City. And Kyle, the Cowboys play TCU on Saturday in a battle of unbeatens. OSU 8-0 for the third time in school history. Of course, one of the other times was that great 2011 team that won the Big 12. You're writing about those guys this week. What are the comparisons between these unbeaten Cowboys and those Big 12 champion Cowboys?
Well, if you ask Mike Gundy, there aren't many comparisons just because these two teams, the makeup of them is so drastically different. 2011, you have so many NFL guys. Brandon Weeden, Justin Blackman, Joseph Randall, Lane Taylor, Josh Cooper got his chance as well. So just a bunch of stars put together. The first year of well, actually Dana Holgerson's offense, the second year under Todd Monken, everything set up perfectly. Now this year, we're talking about a two-quarterback system. One of the lesser impressive offensive lines, we'll call it, protecting those guys. A defense with some studs on it, but really no NFL guys that we can tell right now other than Emmanuel Ogbah. So it's been impressive the way this team has been able to fight. You know, the offensive coaching staff has really had to get creative in terms of putting up some of these big numbers late in the year. But no doubt, you know, these are two teams with a lot of resiliency and entering this November stretch of games with an opportunity to do something pretty special. But if you ask a guy like David Glidden, he can draw some comparisons. You know, he was a redshirt freshman that first year in 2011. In terms of the team chemistry, these guys really like each other. They play well together. The meetings and then the practices are similar. So you do have that aspect of it. But certainly, you know, Mike Gundy has a lot to smile about considering the talent level and where this team stands entering the stretch of the year.
That 2011 team had a couple of close calls, go to College Station late September, pull out a one-point victory. This Cowboy team got 3 close wins, plus the Battle Royale in Lubbock last Saturday. So that in 2011, Cowboys sort of hit their stride in mid-season. This team doesn't seem to hit it yet. Is it still early enough that this team could find its footing?
I think so. I think each week we're learning a little bit more about them, with what they're capable of. This two-quarterback system, I think, to this point has really just been an exploration. I don't think OSU went into this season thinking that J.W. Walsh was going to take this many snaps. So you've got to take that into account. But that's kind of what makes this team fun, and that's what makes these 2011 guys pretty interested in what's happening because, you know, their road to the Big 12 championship that year was a lot more clear and defined. They were a team that was pretty clear contenders from the start when you bring back a Brandon Weeden and all the talent they had around him. But this team has really kind of surprised a lot of people in a lot of ways, I think, especially last season coming off that 7-6 year. But you're right, this is a team that's proven that it can overcome adversity and win late in a variety of ways, whether we talk about the close wins, overtime in West Virginia, or simply overcoming a tragedy like that we saw in the homecoming parade and playing Kansas tough the next day, not having that letdown like we saw in 2011 with that trip to Ames, Iowa. So a lot to be seen with this team, but so far there's definitely in that same elite category as that 2011 group. We'll
find out a lot more about these Cowboys on Saturday in Stillwater against TCU. Stay tuned for further OSU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.